The sun is rising, which means it's almost time for me to propose to Mandy. We're on a small island in the Gulf of Thailand called Koh Tao. We've been living here almost 2 months now. So 3 years ago, Mandy and I didn't know each other at all, but we were both volunteering at a food bank, passing cans back and forth, and we started talking from there. We met my sophomore year of college, and at the time I was living in a camper that I had built on the back of my truck. I was a little bit of a hippie, and I was very happy when Mandy agreed to come along on some of my trips. After a while, it seemed like almost every weekend when we weren't busy, we would pack up the truck and head up into the mountains together. During my junior year of college, I sold the truck and the camper, and Mandy and I bought an old passenger van. We then turned this passenger van into the adventure vehicle of our dreams. I lived in this van until I graduated, as well as during the summers where I spent my time fighting forest fires. Mandy graduated not too long after me, and I was able to somehow talk her into moving into the van with me. Oh, and it hit the van. I think that's a sign.
That is a sign.
It's time to get in the van. So how do you feel getting rid of all of your stuff?
I feel good. It wasn't that hard.
We then spent the next month road tripping from the Canadian border down to the Mexican border. We are excited to be able to spend time together after Mandy graduated and I finished up my third wildland firefighting season. Our main goal was to watch every sunrise and every sunset. Coffee is a brewing and the sun is a rising. We had ups and downs, but overall just grew closer together and learned so much about each other. When we got back to Utah, we realized we had no desire to still be in a landlocked state and sold the van and flew to Thailand.
We're going to Thailand.
Say hi! We rented an apartment right in town, and this became our home. The reason we chose this island was so that Mandy could continue her training as a scuba diver and become a certified dive master. She wanted to do this in order to help her dream of becoming a marine biologist. I took my first dive while I was here and instantly fell in love with it. We found ourselves spending the majority of our time underwater. When we moved out here, I had known I wanted to propose to Mandy. And to me, it only made sense that I did it where she feels most comfortable, underwater. I spent the next couple days traveling around the island looking for a sandy spot that was exactly 55 feet under the sea. And I want to get over there to that little beach right there, but there's just no good route whatsoever. I'm not seeing a way to make it over there. Alright, so from what I'm seeing, it's pretty rocky down here, but there might be one sand patch out by that buoy over there. But I'm going to go ahead and keep walking this way and check down on the other side of this rock. Oh, if I can make it down. If there's any sandy spots. So you can see there's buoys out here, so a scuba boat could dock up out here. It's another beautiful day on the island. Today's actually Earth Day. But we're having a quick little breakfast. What are you doing today?
I'm starting a new group of advanced open water divers, so hopefully just do some fun stuff today with them.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Don't worry about it. I wanted to spell out "Will you marry me" in this sand with rocks. But I did not want to harm any of the coral reef sea creatures, so I decided the best option was to shuttle rocks back and forth from the shore to the sandy spot. I came back the next day with a group of friends and scuba gear in order to arrange the rocks and spell out "Will you marry me?" Yeah, so I made this ring. It's silver with a half-carat blue diamond in the middle, and I poured the silver using a cuttlefish bone, so you can still see the original marks of the cuttlefish bone inside the ring. And it should be definitely one of a kind. So before we left on this trip, I spent weeks just practicing and mostly just trial and error, trying to teach myself how to make and set rings. And I was pretty happy with the end product. It came out well after a lot of attempts. Hey Papa, you know who's gonna propose today? This guy. Isn't that exciting? Mandy should be waking up soon, so I'm off to go see if she's awake and have some breakfast with her. Our friends just showed up early, so we're gonna get out of here, go do some fun dives. I had invited a couple friends along to help film, as well as one friend who is an underwater photographer. whale shark somehow knew something was going on and decided to come celebrate with us.